Hey guys, it's SmallmouthCrush. We are heading out for the 4th BFL, I guess, of the year, Ticonderoga, Lake Champlain. I'm gonna head up to my smallie spot. Of course, it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? It's the BFL. Got the rain jacket on, got the gear. I think we're gonna be okay with the run. There's some wind, but we're gonna try to get a good bag of smallies and head back in here and catch some largemouth and see how the day turns out. So I've made up my mind. I'm gonna make the run. You have to make the run. There's no reason not to. Regardless of how much fishing time I have, I'm just gonna go. Right. So if you guys watched my practice video, you noticed that I had a hard time down in Ticonderoga. I'm more familiar with the northern part of Lake Champlain, and so the 2 days of practice that I put in here, I really couldn't find anything special. I knew that there was some good largemouth down here, but look at that guy. What is that? Paddleboard? Surfboard? He's got it going on. But I had to make that run. I decided to go run north, and the winds were kicking up. The first half hour of the drive wasn't too bad, but I was an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes into the run when I realized I'm not going to make it to my spot I really want to get to. I would have to run another hour, and those waves were slowly building and just making it real treacherous. So I pulled into a community hole. I think I was the furthest boat that ran, and I just tried to get a decent limit and salvage the day best I could. I really wish that the conditions were a little bit less windy and the waves were a little bit less, and I could have made that epic run north. I think I would have had a lot better morning. But sometimes you just have to make those adjustments on the fly, and keeping the Angler of the Year status was important to me for this tournament. So we got there. We were pretty beat up and wet when I pulled into this little community spot here, and I was hoping that the big girls would show up. It was looking good. It was actually fishable. I'm in a protected area, believe it or not, but you can see I'm still getting pounded by these waves. So it took me a little while, but I did get my 5 fish limit, and the winds were continually to increase, and so I figured I was going to have a solid 2.5 hour run back to Ticonderoga. So I had to pack up fairly early here, and my plan was to hopefully get back with an hour or two left that I could fish for some largemouth and maybe upgrade. It's just that the big ones didn't show up here at all, and I just had to leave at that small limit and make the journey through the waves and the wind, which was horrendous. It was not fun at all. What really sucked about the conditions is I'd love to have been able to run around to a few other areas here, but just running 2-3 miles would take 15-20 minutes, so I wasn't really that mobile. I did make it back down to Ty with an hour or so left, and I started fishing really slow. You'll notice how slow I was fishing here, and ended up getting a bite, and that would although it wasn't that big, it did exchange one of the smaller smallies that I caught, and that was really was about it for me. That's all she wrote on Lake Champlain. It's a pretty sad feeling going into checking in with a very small limit after burning a full tank of gas and getting beat up today. It's just one of those tournaments where it's just a big letdown for me. But you're going to have those. If you fish as many tournaments as I do, you're going to have your days. Alright guys, we made it back. Unfortunately, I don't have a very big bag of fish. I got 5. Real tough. We are running back on fumes. And I spent a lot of time running out to that smallmouth spot, and the big ones weren't there. We probably spent about almost 3.5 hours of driving. But that's what happens when you take a chance. I couldn't get on any good largemouth here, so I had to do it, and it just didn't work out. Probably will be good for points still. I mean, I'll probably take 30th or so, I imagine. But I tried. On to the next one. So it was a interesting experience weighing our fish. This was like the longest BFL weigh-in I've ever had. For some reason, the parking was terrible, and it took like 2 hours to get these fish on the scale. Cole caught a few good ones. He hung in there. If I had some of his fish, I might have been pushing 15. Maybe. I believe he caught most of his fish on a Texas rig Cinco. Imagine that. Just a little B-roll, no big deal.
B-roll, woo! Gotta have B-roll.
Unless you want to talk about your day.
My day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about how much
ready? Let's go. Ready?
I want to tell you, the Chesapeake Bay is the place to be. Champlain, it's really overrated. No, I'm kidding, guys. Champlain is a fantastic fishery. It's just terrible for me today. Trav got him, though. He always does.
I think it was tough for everyone. But I think AOI is still all right.
Yeah, I think you're good. What'd you weigh?
I had 14.
You should be fine for AOI, I would think.
Yeah. All right, let's go walk over, see how those guys did. Oh, geez, look who we ran into. What is going on?
Hey,
You guys remember this guy?
Mother, Wisconsin.
No.
And on the lake.
Well, when you almost drowned me?
I made a run, correct?
Oh, God.
So we fished BFL a couple years ago.
Yes. And we probably went about 20 miles, 30 miles.
Yeah.
And I told you I was scared.
Right.
And you said, too bad, dude. Here on my boat. I was pretty wet when we got there.
I was nice about it. I wasn't like that.
You were.
Yeah, but you did get wet.
I did get wet.
I got wet too.
And I wiped myself when we got there.
Right.
And I think I caught a couple fish.
You did.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
One of the best boaters I had.
There you go.
What,
For me,
man?
here.
No, you did good.
14 pounds?
I never catch 14 pounds.
Yeah, wasn't good. Guys, it basically sucked. I sucked this time. It is what it is. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
You know, he can fish. Don't let
Comment.
him kid you.
Comment and like below. Until next time, we'll see you guys on the water.
See ya.
What are you doing? Just sitting there?
Trying to recover.
All right, how was your day?
It was busy today.
Busy.
I would say busy would sum it up pretty good.
We had a boat ride.
He took a ride for sure today. So my little bag of fish there put me in 36th place. I was 2 pounds out of the money. I do want to give a shout out to my buddy JP. He came in second, 21 pounds, some change, won the tournament. I'm still leading Angler of the Year only by 5 points. So the next one's going to be Thousand Islands in September. Looking forward to that one.